It's time now for our fact-checking segment, Truth or Fake. We're joined by Emerald Maxwell. Now, Emerald, there's been a video shared since mid-February of Ukrainians burning Russian books, sparking comparisons with the Nazis. We remember how they famously burnt books by Jewish people. Is this video true or fake?
Yes, well, it's a well-worn line and a pretext by the Kremlin to justify their invasion of Ukraine, labeling the Ukrainians Nazis and saying that they're denazifying the country. And according to pro-Russians, this video shows precisely that typical Nazi behavior. Let's have a look at it. So we see hundreds of books being thrown out or shoveled out of vans and into a sort of warehouse where they appear to be then stacked and packed up. If we scroll to the end. Anyway, this video has been seen hundreds of thousands of times on Twitter. Here are a couple of examples. Here we go. There's one in English and another one in French, just here. And basically, they ascribe it to what they call the Nazi regime in Kiev. And here, this French user says it's the destruction of books by Russian authors like Tolstoy and Dostoevsky has started, just like in Germany in 1933 when the Nazis burnt Jewish and Russian texts. There is a distinction here, though, because whereas the Nazis burnt books, that is clearly, well, it doesn't look like what appears to be happening in this video. It was also shared by French far-right former presidential candidate François Asselineau, who's well known for his pro-Russian sympathies, and he also links it to the values of the neo-Nazi regime in Kiev. This tweet, though, goes even further. It says that more than 11 million books in Russian have been destroyed in order to rewrite history. And it goes back to that justification that the Russians use, that, in fact, Russia and Ukraine are one country, they have one history, and it sort of nullifies the identity of Ukraine, Jean.
So are they right, Emerald? Are the Ukrainians really destroying these books, as we're being told?
Well, yes, they are. But let's put it in context. So we have it. How did we fact check it? Well, we went to this tweet, which was, there are a few clues here. We can see that it took place in Khmelnytsky, and it mentions 22.5 tons of books. And it also has this Cyrillic at the bottom here. Khmelnytsky, by the way, is a small town in western Ukraine. So this writing here is actually the name of someone, Victoria Melnikova, and TG, which indicates Telegram. So using that, we went to her Telegram channel. And here we have a few more clues. She says that actually this was being organized by a charity by the name of Volunteers of Padilla, as well as the local city council, and that they delivered all these books. It was actually used to help the Ukrainian war effort, Jean.
That's very interesting, Emerald. What exactly would you say is the goal, the ultimate goal here?
Well, France 24's fact-checking team, the Observers, contacted the charity and the city council, and they explained that they were collecting what they describe as Russian propaganda that people willingly donated in order not to burn them, but to recycle them into maculature, which means coarse paper. And they raised about 2,500 euros, which was used to help displaced Ukrainians. The city council also said that the goal was to motivate people to get rid of the remnants of the Russian world. Note the lowercase r here, which has been adopted by many Ukrainians when they write about Russia and Russians in order as a sort of linguistic protest. But it's important to note that it is a local initiative, not a national one, and so that differentiates it from the Germany in 1933, and that it may be part of a wider policy of de-Russification in Ukraine. For Kyiv, it's a necessary step because it's been too long stifled by Russian and Soviet influence. But this is, in this case, it's a local initiative.
That's Emerald Maxwell telling us what is truth, what is fake.